Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a busy weekend for Call of Duty. Obviously, there was a lot of stuff going on with Black Ops 6 and some major leaks there that we discussed in some videos a few days back. But in the mix of all of that chaos, we also saw several new updates go out for Warzone and Modern Warfare 3, including some new Ricochet updates, some new anti-cheat updates, a few different bug fixes, some gameplay updates here and there, and of course, now that it is a new week, we've got some new updates inbound in the next couple of days as well. We have some good reveals and some good previews as to what we can expect in terms of content updates and some other changes happening here shortly. So first things first, let's start with this weekend's updates, specifically the anti-cheat updates. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Ricochet in the past couple of weeks because the hacking situation has been absolutely ridiculous, and we've talked about that as well. And it seems like they've sort of stepped up some of their communication with Ricochet in the past week and a half or so. They've posted a lot more about it recently than they have like in the past couple of months in just the recent few days. But here, COD Updates does say, hey, a new update's out for Warzone via Team Ricochet. The Ricochet anti-cheat team has deployed new detections targeting ranked play cheaters and boosters in Warzone. Team Ricochet has banned accounts caught in this sweep and leaderboards have been purged. A similar set of detections is in flight to target ranked play cheaters in MWIII multiplayer. And then shortly after they posted that, they ended up posting another new update saying new updates now out in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, courtesy of Team Ricochet. The Ricochet anti-cheat team has now purged the ranked play leaderboards in both Warzone and Modern Warfare 3, banning accounts for cheating and boosting. So the leaderboards, the top 250, you should be seeing some different names that previously weren't there because they've slid up into those top of the leaderboard charts, whereas certain names that were caught boosting, filling lobbies with AFK players to boost SR, or just outright cheating have been removed from the leaderboards and from the top 250. They also say Team Ricochet has accelerated a cheat vendor enforcement, resulting in over 65,000 account bans across ranked play and non-ranked modes in Warzone and MWIII this week. The team will continue to monitor and issue enforcements to anyone cheating or boosting in all game modes. So there were 65,000 cheaters banned this past weekend on Call of Duty. There's a good chance that, half of those ended up creating new accounts right after and they got back to cheating because that's kind of the cycle, but at least they are taking some action here. Again, though, unfortunately, in my opinion, they still have to do more here because this is all reactionary. Those 65,000 accounts could have been playing dozens of matches, ruining games for hundreds of players, and they only face a consequence now, and their consequence is that they have to spend some time making a new fake email and phone number and making a new account, and then they can get right back to it, right? So more reactionary updates have been released. We need more preventative stuff, as I've been saying for years now, and I'll continue to say that, but at least there are some updates going out and there is some communication now as opposed to the radio silence that we had going on for some time there. Now, in addition to some of the Ricochet updates and some of the anti-cheat updates, we also saw some in-game changes and updates as well from the past few days. As we get into these in the remainder of the video, if you do enjoy it, a like rating is always really appreciated. It really does help grow the channel. And of course, if you're new here or if you have not subscribed yet, let's change that every single day. I got you covered with everything you need to know about Call of Duty, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and join us on the road to 1 million subs. Next up here, though, COD Updates does end up posting a new updates now out for Warzone. This is basically a fix for a fix. You may recall with some of the patch notes that we saw drop last week, they mentioned some of the mobility reward challenges for the Warzone Season 5 specific challenges were not tracking properly. An update went out and they still weren't tracking properly, but now they do say a fix is now live that allows the third Warzone Rewards mobility challenge, which is to visit 5 unique POIs in a single match, to track properly. I can confirm personally that worked fine for me. I've got all my Warzone challenges done now, and I had to have that one fixed so I could continue on my progress there. They also say for Warzone, we've disabled plunder while we investigate the source of some performance issues at the start of matches. So seen a lot of comments, a lot of concern, a lot of yelling. What happened to plunder? Why'd they remove plunder? This is why. There were apparently some pretty significant performance issues, like the game outright has performance issues, but these must have been heightened to a certain level that they said, yeah, we just don't want that in the game right now. So that's why plunder is MIA. It will be back once they go through and find a fix for this performance issue. Then it'll be a part of the normal playlist rotation per usual. We also got some interesting previews here for a future major update coming to Warzone and MW3, courtesy of PlayStation Game Size. We oftentimes get indications from this Twitter account when a new major title update's coming to COD, and usually it's just before a seasonal update or a mid-season update that needs like a full-on title update download for it. This time around, though, we're kind of in a random week, and we don't have an exact date for when this update's going to come out, but PlayStation Game Size did post saying the 1.49 update is coming soon. It's been added to the PlayStation database, and this update's actually going to have a significant reduction to the overall file size of the game. It's going to shrink how much space COD HQ takes up on your platform, which is definitely good news. I imagine we're also probably going to see plenty of changes for this update as well within MWIII and Warzone, but also this is likely a prep for the Black Ops 6 beta as well. So definitely want to keep an eye out on, like I said, we don't know when this title update's going to drop, but of course, when it does, right as it's out, I'll be covering everything that ended up changing with it and all the need to know info for that as well. Looking forward this week a little bit, of course, being a new week, we do have some new updates inbound across multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. The first main thing here is, of course, our new weekly challenges for everything. So with this, we are going to get our week 3 challenges in a brand new aftermarket part. This one, I won't lie, is probably one of the more gimmicky ones for the season, but of course, if you're planning on getting that Season 5 Mastery camo for all the weekly challenges, you're gonna have to go through and unlock it. This week's amp is known as the Jack Slash, and this is actually an underbarrel attachment that's going to be equipable on a bunch of different weapons. And they say this vertical grip doubles as a combat knife, replacing your melee attack with a lethal slash. So it's still going to give you some control properties, but then also it'll be a knife at the same time. So it might have some uses in like some close range engagements, but for the most part, this is an aftermarket part that definitely is not necessary to run. And there are certainly other underbarrels that are going to do more for your style of play if you're not constantly up in the enemy's faces, trying to melee for basically every single kill. So bit of a strange one, but a new aftermarket part nonetheless. And we actually got some cool clarification from Sledgehammer in regards to our weekly challenges and all the remaining updates that we have for that for week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Through all the challenges this season, they did confirm weekly challenges are not going to require the use of recommended weapons whatsoever. I actually like this a lot. It gives you more variety in what you can use to actually complete some of these challenges, whereas in other weeks it'd be like, okay, it needs me to use a recommended burst pistol so I can use one gun. That's kind of boring. So I like that there is going to be some variety with that. That's a cool change in my opinion for sure. We also have a new event update happening this week. So first up with this on Wednesday, on August 7th, we are going to see the end of the SummerSlam event. So if you have not gone through and unlocked those rewards and gotten that WWE Wrestler Operator, you only have a few more days to go through and complete those until all of that content is removed forever. And then on Wednesday, we'll see the WWE event replaced with the Conquest event. And this will be lasting from August 7th until the 14th. So just another week-long event. And they say, sharpen your skill set in this event, tasking operators to complete specific in-game challenges for multiplayer modes and challenges across various POIs in Warzone and Modern Warfare Zombies. So maybe some different style challenges here that aren't just the usual get 20 kills with an LMG or get 5 executions. Maybe it's do certain things in the downtown POI of Urzikstan or do certain things on Rebirth Island or on certain multiplayer modes. So maybe a bit more unique in terms of the challenges there. And we'll have some new specific rewards for that. Of course, this week we'll also see a new playlist update go out in MW3 and Warzone. Haven't seen too much preview there, but we know multiplayer will be changing on Wednesday, Warzone will be changing on Thursday. And then lastly, one other thing to keep an eye out for this week is potentially some more Black Ops 6 reveals. Obviously, yes, over the weekend we saw some absolutely crazy leaks surface, but also the past few days, late last week, they were posting about The Truth Dies, which is the zombies version of the Truth Lies website that we were covering before. And with this, they've just been teasing small bits and pieces of zombies gameplay, so we could be seeing some more reveals for that here shortly too. Of course, again, if any major news does surface, this is the place to stay up to date with all of it right as it happens, so feel free to hit that subscribe button to stay in the know. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.